What was that?
I have no idea, but I muted it. So
Good.
Something
interesting.
It came up when you were talking about the upbeat music of the 60s and 70s, and we suddenly start getting this bleed through of music. So is Ben having fun?
Well, if he is, I'm going to have a stern talking to him later. So anyway.
Yeah.
You'll be happier. I want you.
Yeah, it keeps trying to come through.
Okay, so you were going to ask me something.
Let's do one of the skits that you had prepared, the script that is based on these are actual conversations or interactions, if I'm not mistaken.
Yes, they are. And, one of the things that I discovered with these wake-up pages is that they actually make very good theater. And some of my actor friends took a collection of these scenes to an assisted living facility and actually put them on a show.
I want you to be.
Mm-hmm.
I was concerned that these elderly people might not like hearing about people in the gray space and beyond. They loved it, and I thought, really, these characters could be in any situation, not just dead. They could be, contemplating a divorce or buying new shoes. But in this case, this character, we'll talk about Michael. Michael is the racehorse, and what happened was he woke me up way too early, and he was really obnoxious. He was like somebody's really nasty boss, and I finally said, look, I need to sleep, so I can't talk to you right now. You come back during my office hours when I'm ready to write, and you can talk to me. And I said, wouldn't you like to just go with Ben right now? He says, no, I want to talk to you, and I want you to write everything down. I see your notebook and your pen are over there on the table next to your Android device. Have them ready. And I said, okay, well, I'll do that after I wake up properly. Do you want to wait? And he said he would be waiting. So anyway, I finally got back to Michael. And I said, are you here, Michael?
Hello, I'm waiting.
Thank you. What can I do for you, since you so kindly pointed out where my notebook and pen were?
I'm in this gray space, and I want something better.
You could go to the TSP with Ben.
No.
Okay, tell me who you are.
I'm Michael.
A man?
I'm a horse.
I see. And why are you in the gray space?
Nobody cleaned my stall or made my bed. I want the stall to be the way it's supposed to be. I hate it when people don't do everything the way they're supposed to.
How did you know I have an Android?
It's not an iPhone. All of my people have iPhones. Everyone should have an iPhone.
Do you know that you're dead?
I don't care. That's no excuse for sloppy work.
Do you know how you died?
No. No.
Do you want to talk about it?
I was shot. I broke my leg. I was put down. I hated being shot.
They must have done it to spare you pain.
I could have won.
Not with a broken leg.
I could have been...
a stud?
I think they did what seemed right.
You don't think you could have healed?
I was too hurt to race, I didn't want to retire and hang out in a pasture.
And be a stud?
I don't think I could have. Hind leg. A horse needs strong legs for foal making.
Do you want to talk to Ben?
I guess so. Does he know about horses?
He knows about a lot of things.
Hi, Michael. Ready to move on?
I guess so. I'm not good for anything here.
Michael, I want you to see your stall. Look.
Oh, it's clean. And it has some wreaths and some plantings.
Right. That's right. And they put a brass plaque on the door.
It's for me.
In memory of Michael, a noble steed.
That's me. Not just a horse, a steed.
They aren't neglecting you.
No, I'm a steed. And I'm honored with a plaque. And my stall is clean and beautiful. But if another horse moves in, he'll know about me and he'll aspire to be as noble as I was.
Yes, I'm sure that will happen.
I want to go to the TSP now.
You have plans for your next class?
I want to be a horse trainer. I want to train horses to accomplish feats that will amaze and inspire without being cruel or hurtful. I'll show the world how to treat animals beautifully, so they'll achieve greatness in my care.
So long, Michael. See you in the TSP.
Well, that was a wonderful exchange. Now, I believe you have an exchange that took place with Matilda. Let's do that one now, Donna.
Okay. Is Matilda here?
She is.
Oh. Okay, hold on a second. I got to find my Matilda script. Let's see. Oh, I know, right here. Wendy, you could talk about something while I'm looking for my script.
Okay. Well, I just think it makes perfect sense how Michael wanted to come back as a horse trainer, because doesn't that just round out the experience? And, one time maybe you're the horse owner, and another time you're the horse trainer, and another time you're the horse, and another time you're the guy or the gal who mucks the stables. It just makes sense to me because I really believe we're trying to progress by looking at things from every angle.
I think that's absolutely right. And see, a lot of people talk about it in terms of karma. Oh, you were not a good horse owner. You have to be the horse this time. And I think it's, as you say, much more about experience. And, there was that story about King Arthur and how Merlin the magician turned him into all these different kinds of animals. And it was so he could have these different kinds of experiences and be a better king for it.
Absolutely. Oh. And I don't see karma as punishment. I see it as a teaching tool. So it depends on what you see as the purpose of karma. And if you see it as a way of learning, then it just shifts everything. And then there's no more punishment that you have to come back as a bug or whatever.
Yeah, exactly. Somebody suggested you could get punished by coming back as a pig, but I think Matilda will disprove that. I found my script. You want to?
Okay, great. All right.
Okay.
I'm Matilda.
Wake Up Visitor was Matilda. Oh, I'm sorry. Say that again. Okay, go ahead.
I'm Matilda.
How can I help?
Hello?
I'm trying to find a way to be.
Be? How can I help?
Be living.
Hello?
What's happening?
It sounds like we have
sure.
another caller calling in.
I looked, but I'm not so certain about that because I heard an echo on the Matilda as well. Okay, go ahead.
Okay, let's see. You're trying to find a way to be, and I say be.
Be living.
You're dead.
I am, but I think I should be living.
Tell me more.
I'm ready to be living again. I should not be dead.
Do you want to start another life?
I'd like to.
What's the problem? You can go to the TSP and start over.
But
Is there something you aren't telling me?
I'm a pig. I'm a little pot-bellied pig. I was a pet, and I loved my family, and I want to be with them and be their pig again.
I'll get Ben.
Hello, Matilda.
Ben?
I'm Ben. Good. You are
I'm
Matilda, and you had a good life.
I did. I lived a long time for a pig, and I died of old age, and they buried me in the garden.
There are many lovely ways to live.
But I want my family.
They're in the TSP, and you can meet them there, and then you and they and the other members of your team can all decide what adventure to embark on next.
You mean I'm not a pig?
You're a soul that spent some time as a piggy. In other lives, you've been a hero and a saint. Your team decided to give you a vacation and let you be a pampered pet while they carried out their human mission.
I want to be part of my team.
Come with me. I'll walk you home.
Wee, wee, wee.
Wonderful, wonderful.
And, you know, Matilda gives us a nice example of how you can, well, what we talked about, how you can actually choose to be an animal. Well, yeah, this kind of answers some of the questions about animals reincarnating and do they? And see, for Ben, it's a given. You know, you just everybody reincarnates if they want to, and that's another thing. You know, so many people get stuck in the gray space not only because they're afraid of hell, but because they're afraid of incarnating into a terrible life. And one of the things that Ben tries to talk people into letting go of is their fear of awful things happening to them in the afterlife, because basically that's done. You know, the awful stuff is done, and you know, then you get to go on and do whatever you want to do next. And I've had somebody ask do you have to reincarnate? And he said, well, you could go lounge by the pool and drink Mai Tais. And a number of people thought that was a good advice, including the term afterlife. It's metaphor. Nobody can really explain what is over there, or right here actually, because, well, it's like Ben says, it's like seeing one frame from a 2-hour movie. You know, you cannot possibly process through your physical senses everything that there is to see and know about infinite possibilities. So we have to make things up. We have to make up kings, and we have to make up heavens and whatever we have to make up. Julia Sante refers to the way a lot of people talk about the life between lives as being sort of a Northern California Esalen Institute experience, where you have, you know, groups and you practice yoga and you have counselors telling you when you're allowed to reincarnate or not. And that is exactly the way it would appear to somebody who, for example, has grown up in schools all their life they talk about Earth School. And if you're a college professor and you've spent your entire life in school, that would make sense to you. But if you were a Viking or a Yanomamo warrior or something, Earth School and, Esalen Institute facilities don't really make that much sense to you. So you would have a different view of what it's like. But you'd be describing it in terms that your physical senses can understand, but that wouldn't mean that it's either literally true or limited to that vision.
Mm-hmm.
I should probably keep talking before she comes back. I think with answering that question.
Left, so go ahead, Wendy. I would like for both of y'all to weigh in on the overwhelming lesson from Ben and from your communication with those on the other side. What one message do you have you'd like to send to all of our listeners tonight?
Well, I would like to say that Ben wants to say you should not be afraid to die, and you should not be fearful for what's happening to your loved ones. They're fine. If you talk to a medium who tells you they're fine, they're right. So he's basically back here to help people who have trouble crossing over to get over, and also to help people understand that it's okay. You can die when it's your time, and nothing bad's going to happen.
I think that's a wonderful message. Wendy, do you have a comment or anything you would like to weigh in or add to that?
Yes, I think Ben teaches, as the wonderful beings of light on the other side do, he teaches us to love. He teaches us that that's what's there and that's what it's really all about, and teaches us to let go, as she said, as Donya said, to just release that fear, because when you're in a lot of pain or just have other things going on, it can be really hard to let go. And if you've been indoctrinated by religion or society that it can be really concerns on the other side, it can make you not want to go because your head is filled with fear. So it's just getting that ego balanced and knowing that it's love. We came from love and we can be love, and that's what we're going back to.
Thank you very much for that, and I want to express again to Donya how much I appreciate you being here tonight. And tonight's episode will be made. You're welcome. I'd like to have you again on as a guest. And Wendy, I know you're coming up very soon on my show.
Yes, look forward to it. Thank you, Rich. And thank you, Donya. And Michael, what a great reading you did. And Henry.